What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy OG Bam. Get on up in here. I know him early, I know him early, I know him early. Hey, 19 minutes early, but y'all tap on up in here. Get on up in here, show what it do. Don't run from it, run to it. Get on up in here, get on up in here. Man, I know y'all seeing the drama that be on YouTube. And as always, somebody send me something to get my opinion. Today I'm gonna give you OG's opinion. OG's opinion from the OG's perspective. Come on up in here, tap on in, get on up in here, man. I'm trying to see how many people been in here 33 seconds. Let's see who's gonna tap on up in here. We got 2 people up in here. Get on up in here, man. Shouts out to my boy Lil Scotty, aka Q-Ball Juice, aka Big J Lo, and Scotty, the godfather and uncle, man. What it do, what it do, what it do. Man, I met a good brother yesterday, man. I'm coming out the store, Big Scotty see me. He said, man, what's your name? I said, man, my name Bam. He said, OG Bam. I knew that was you. You understand what I'm saying? So shouts out again to Lil Scotty, aka Q-Ball Juice, aka Big J Lo, man. Shouts out to these brothers. Shouts out to the homie Redbird, Bone, Bond, the rest of the frontliners and the front hitters. You understand what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to everybody. Lil Hey-Bo. You understand what I'm saying? Dirk Diggler, Gotti, all the rest of them, man, out there, man, out there. Hey, shouts out to Kev Mac and Mac Heads and the Maniacs. The Hood Postman, the Mailroom Goons, Baby Gangster, Cartoon 5 Trey, hey, and everybody else that's real. To the people on the bottoms bunch. Willie Sheffield, Commodore Willie, Maurice, Trigger Day, Eastside Mike, Lil Cal, rest of them, man. Shouts out to my people, man. Shouts out to my people, man. There's good day. It's already hot. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna make it do what it do. We got 12 people up in here, man. Hey, check this out. Man, what's wrong with people selling their souls? All money ain't good money, man. Stop selling your soul. Stop prostituting yourself out, man. Somebody sent me something to look at. No Jumper and Brick Baby. They talking about the Snoopy Badass kid, right? Check this out. No, Snoopy Badass didn't press you. Being professional or not. Even in a professional way, it's still a way to tell a person how to conduct themselves with you. While you keeping it professional, it's always boundaries. And sometimes you got to let a person know that you still hood. Snoopy Badass tend to be a dude that put a 10 on the 2 and 100 on the 10. It's blood this, I was saying Bompton this, on Pyru, check this out, man. You're a hood hopper, you're a set claimer, man. You set hop too much. You put it on anything. For as King of Compton, for as rapping go, easy get that title all hands down. Whether you young, old, and in between coming with the rap. Easy is the King of Compton when it comes to rap, and you ain't have to be born there to be there. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Wolf, man. That's what I'm talking about. What it do, Wolf, top of the morning to you, man. But it's a trip how dudes allow themselves to be manipulated and exploited based on what they seeing other people say, right? Hey, check this out. Before that No Jump interview, everybody knew what was up with Snoopy Badass, and he was telling on himself, he did saying one thing. How can you sit up and say you helped the dude be attempted murder on you, but you place him at the crime? We can get a heat of passion. Heat of passion is either manslaughter, first degree murder, or heat of passion. Heat of passion. I was under the assumption that heat of passion was a love crime over a female or something, right? Immediately you start doing something, right? And you overreact to it. But the dude placed himself at the scene of the crime, the paperwork has been presented, right? How can you send a shout out to a rat? How can somebody that call themselves real send a shout out to a rat? Talking about he kept it 100. Rats don't keep it 100. Rats don't keep it 100. When the dude get a jacket put on him, he lost all street cred. You understand what I'm saying? Whether he's a civilian or an active gang member. Civilians put themselves in situations where sometimes that civilian thing don't justify your actions. Because it's a whole lot of civilians that associate with gang members. There's a whole lot of civilians associated with people in their life. You understand what I'm saying? A civilian is a straight up and down square, man. Honest John, dude that ain't trying to break the law, they ain't trying to be around the people that break the law. Don't you got family members that's so square they don't want to associate themselves with you because type of lifestyle you living? I know I do. You understand what I'm saying? I got people that I know, people in my family keep their distance based on the lifestyle I used to live. You understand? I can't get mad at that. You understand? Then when you go around them, you can't go around them with with the way you normally conduct yourself, carrying yourself. And these people don't seem to get it, man. They get on these shows, especially these dudes that's getting these accusations thrown at them, or alleged accusations thrown at them, saying they rats. They get on the show and they try to defend themselves based on what somebody is saying about them, right? Snoopy Badass, on the other hand, he dug his grave deeper. I kept talking. You understand what I'm saying? He knew what he was saying wasn't true, so he was trying to put 100 on it to make himself feel like he's better. And when you do that, that's that self-esteem issue. That means you either got a low self-esteem issue about yourself. Same, you know, I mean, I don't respect no man that disrespect their kid's mother and don't defend their kid's mother. You understand what I'm saying? And she's acting the same way he's acting too. She's putting it out on him, calling her narcissist, saying he jumped on it, didn't want to make love to her. Watch this. If you knew out of 3 kids, if you didn't know this dude was already in the whooping your ass, that mean, if you stay in a relationship with your man that's whooping your ass, that means you like getting your ass. Simple as that. So don't, because when everybody else is attacking, don't mean you got to attack. All you have to do is sometimes quiet mouth, settle problems, man. These brothers get on here and they exploit themselves. Then we look at the Europeans or the Caucasoids, whatever, Caucasian people, like they playing the role. But a lot of times we play the role in exploiting ourselves, exploiting our own people, chasing a dollar. And all money ain't good money, man. And people don't seem to get that. You understand what I'm saying? I wish any man, whether you real or fake, I wish any man the best on whatever he's trying to endeavor in his life, right? Because you're in control of your own destiny. You choose the path that you want to live. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not get it twisted, man. Gangbang used to be hard, now it's becoming easy. Some people say it's watered down. How can gangbang possibly be watered down when we losing innocent people every motherfucking day that ain't games? It ain't that it's watered down. It means it's got a little wilder than it was. You understand what I'm saying? You hear dudes say, well, I came in that era where they were just squabbling, right? And man, I came in the era where they started off fighting, but it led to guns. You don't see too many dudes get caught murders based on a fist fight. 99% of the time, the murders happen based on somebody pulling the trigger. And that's what we need to understand. Gangbanging ain't got watered down. Gangbanging has gotten more outrageous, more wild. It's more violence in gangbanging. Because now anybody can shout it, but everybody ain't about it. It's always been like that. Anybody can shout it, but everybody ain't about it. Because you got dudes on YouTube coming into the studio type of gangbanging mentality, the YouTube, the social media gangbanging mentality where they disrespecting hoods. Let me share this with you, man. If I'm in the presence of a Damu, I'm not gonna be shouting just on front hood, yeah, cause I'm subliminally, I'm just throwing lugs at dude. I'm constantly saying something for he can jump on the defense. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not a good look. That's saying you putting a 10 on the 2 and 100 on the 10. You ain't got to do that, especially if somebody already know where you from. It's like you trying to validate there's something that's not there. You understand what I'm saying? Because you shout out cuz to shout out blood don't mean you some validated ass hard game member. That ain't what it is. It's a trip, man, on how these dudes with kids still do this, right? You put more energy in wanting to represent your hood than representing your kids. You put more energy in wanting to represent your hood than wanting to represent fatherhood. That's going out backwards to me. That's saying a whole lot about the person. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you see some of these brothers get on here and say it's all about the kids. And it is all about the kids. The kids is our future. So I feel we're supposed to protect our future. That means we must protect the kids. But I don't see these brothers advocating that. They seem to always want to advocate pulling up on somebody or manipulating 2 other men that have problems wanting to pull up on each other. Why we got to always low-key advocate violence amongst ourselves? That ain't a good thing, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. We got to do better than that. You get these brothers out here, man, that's trying to be more than what they are. And it's easy just being yourself. So when you try to be something that you're not, you're going to fail. you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. I mean, the young brother get on here saying he's the king of Compton. All right, well, in your mind and minds, if you want to be the king of Compton, you're the king of Compton. But don't shout that on the social media platform, because everybody in Compton know you're not the king of Compton. I am so glad when I was a gang member that I stuck with the set I joined. That set hopping and all that's a sign of bustism. And it's a lot of dudes being exposed on YouTube saying they was from this clique or that clique. Hey, check this out, man. Cliques is gangs. You understand what I'm saying? So you dudes, I'm saying you came off the porch when you was 11 and you was from this set at first. Then when you moved, I was born on the east side. I don't claim village. I claim front hood. You understand what I'm saying? And I came off the porch on the bottoms. See, what I learned on the bottoms is how to fire T's, how to stay in tailors. You understand what I'm saying? How to be fly, how to get my squab on. What I learned in front of it was how to keep that squabble intact, how to keep them T's, finding T's better, and how to get my tailor game better and intact. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I couldn't see myself not representing where I was from. Once you join one neighborhood, man, and you try to join another one, you put yourself in a busters category. Now, I ain't taking nothing from you. If you're gonna bang, then you don't want to claim that hood no more, just stop gang banging. Just stop gang banging. You don't have to go join another hood to validate who you are, because that don't make, you're not validating nothing but bustism. You understand what I'm saying? That hood hopping, that create more problems. Now you claiming this hood, now your homies from that hood see you got on the wrong color now. They want to get on you. It's bustism all day long in Southern California. And a lot of brothers don't see it like that. They try to justify they going backwards instead of justifying going forward. You understand what I'm saying? You can't justify bustism. You can't justify weakism. You understand what I'm saying? Gang banging wasn't meant for everybody. And if it was, you wouldn't see dudes claiming one hood joining another. Roger Choice, this dude trying to be the face of something and want to react and want a reaction like that, really doing something. Say it again, man. Dudes don't seem to get that, right? I don't have nothing against that brother Snoopy Badass. Only thing my best advice from him, stop coming on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? In a minute, ain't nobody gonna be able to get no content on you. They're gonna run out of things to talk about with you. So we don't stop making yourself the butt of somebody else's joke. How did dudes switch hoods back in the day, OG Bam? All you had to do is look at the interviews that I've been seeing that he been doing. You got people saying he used to be from Paris, Crip. He was a Crip in Paris, California. Then he came to Compton. You understand what I'm saying? I was under the assumption for a hot second, looking at his interviews, I thought he was born and raised in Compton. You understand what I'm saying? Now, come to find out the man just moved to Compton a few years ago. You understand what I'm saying? He's trying to be, watch this. First of all, you really can't be the king of Compton, and you definitely ain't the face of Piru. And I ain't even a Piru, but I can definitely tell you, Snoop Badass is not the face of Piru, and definitely not the face of Hollywood Piru. You understand what I'm saying? As far as the people he have with him, that's not my concern either. I'm not here to discredit the brother. He's doing a good job at discrediting himself. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all can throw these questions at me this morning, man. That's the purpose of the live, man. Throw the questions, I'm gonna give you the answer. You understand? At least give you my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? And we're all opinionated people, man. Everybody got their own opinion, man. We're gonna stay firm on what we believe in. You understand what I'm saying? I believe in dude set hop, that's a form of bustism. That's just Bam. You understand what I'm saying? Bam ain't never claimed number front hood, and I'm gonna continue claiming front hood to the day I leave. I just represent front hood in a positive way today. I'm a non-active gang member. I can still go to my hood, still hang out and do what I want to do. When you hear these dudes say, hey man, I didn't change, I don't hang out in my hood. No, it's the reason you ain't hanging out in your hood. And if you change, you want your neighborhood to see the change. Because your hope inspires another person to want to change and do the better for themselves. See, I don't believe in, if I come up, I owe retribution to my neighborhood. So if I come up in this life in any form, shape, or fashion, and I'm able to contribute something to my community, I'm obligated to do that because I owe retribution to the shit that I created in my community. I created a lot of negative shit in the Black community. And I was born in LA, but they adopted me as a young age in a real way. What's up, Solo? You understand what I'm saying? We're obligated, man. I don't care what nobody said. It's just Bam's. Set hopping is a buster for real. This just my opinion. When you end up being successful, man, coming from where we come from, the trenches, it's your obligation to go and show them how you came up. You got to be some form of inspiration to somebody else's life. That if you can change, anybody can change it. You didn't go to high school, junior high, or elementary in Compton, and you're not born and raised in Compton. There it is. We'll just put it out there, man. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get that. You understand what I'm saying? They sit up and talk about, I heard a dude say, man, on one of his shows, Compton, like Compton had projects. We just didn't call them projects. That was Park Village. That was like a project in type of environment. What's with all this paperwork that wasn't addressed back then? Why now? Some people hold secrets, man. That's what that be, Roger George. Some people hold secrets. A lot of people believe. They say, you know, Central on the east side, on the bottoms, that was Black Hollywood. It wasn't the Central running all the way towards the Nixon Gardens. It was the Central between Slauson all the way downtown was like a Black Hollywood back in the day. Centennial High School was only built, but Black folks wouldn't move across Rosecrans because they didn't want us going to Compton High. They built Centennial High was built where Black kids can go to Centennial, right? They didn't want us to move across. A lot of people, man, watch this. A lot of people migrated from Los Angeles from the South, right? And they started on the east side. Some started on the west side too. They started on the west side of Los Angeles, right? But a lot of them, when my grandmother and their grandparents first moved out here from Louisiana, man, they moved to Pepper's. So my uncles and aunties were Slausons. Blacks started buying houses across Broadway and Main and all that. My grandmother and them bought a house between Broadway and Main. My father's Broadway hood, right? Bam. So when my mother and them first came out here, man, my father was in the Air Force. Man, my big brother was born on the bottoms. You understand what I'm saying? I moved to Compton as a kid. You know, went to school, elementary all the way. I went to school in Compton, right? So I just say I'm day one from front of it. Yeah, I'm day one from front of it. I was there when front of it was created and it was started. I'm the second generation of front of it. I'm an OG baby crib from front of it, right? My hood is front brothers. My generation in 1975, what's up, baby? I changed it. We changed it. Me, June, Baby, DK, BJ, Doc. You understand what I'm saying? And numerous other little crib names. We changed it from front brothers, Compton front brothers, to original front hustlers, as well as pocket hood. Pocket hood don't stand for OPH, don't stand for original pocket hood, stand for original pocket hustlers. Front and corner pocket was considered at one time one neighborhood because we ran together. We was tight like that. You got any homes that used to be from somewhere else before your hood? Before your hood? Hey, if I can't say if I do, if I don't. In my era, nah. In my era, nah. Now I might have some homies that lived in the neighborhood that didn't bang. Then when they moved to Compton, moved in front of it, they start claiming front of it. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have a choice of where our parents didn't buy homes at, man. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have a choice in that. But I'm telling you, if my mama lived in front hood, didn't buy a house, and I'm 15 years old, once I started claiming front hood, now she moved in a blood hood, then I start claiming Piru. No, I'm hood hopping. I'm hood hopping. Because watch this. It's a proven fact that Crips live in Bloods hoods and Bloods live in Crip hoods. That's a proven fact. You don't get no street cred by claiming one hood, then claiming another one. That ain't no street cred. You understand what I'm saying? That means you could be gonna be whatever it is to save your ass. That's what that is, man. So we got to look at that. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes that causes controversy within neighborhoods. Hoods end up beefing behind that. You put somebody else at risk. You used to be from here. Now suddenly I catch you. Hey, what's up, man? What you doing with them? Oh, that's where I'm from now. That's a new. You throwing a black eye to your friend that embraced you from where you used to claim. He feels some form of betrayal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let me give you an example. Stanley Pitts went to junior high with. Stanley Pitts been from Lewis Park from the very first day I met him at Willowbrook Junior High. Lived in Corner Pocket, right? But he never changed. He never stopped being from Lewis Park, Piru, and we embraced it that. You understand what I'm saying? Red Eye Rick went to Willowbrook with us. He did not stop being from Fruittown, Piru. He still claimed Fruittown, Piru, and we embraced that and respected what they represented. They didn't hood hop just to be at a Crip school. They still represented what they represented and didn't know. Watch this, man. Red Eye Rick didn't have a fight at Willowbrook, nor did Stanley Pitts. Neither one of them. I got homies who live on other hoods who still claim West Side Piru, just like Robo, who lived in 8-9 on up hoods. So you feel what I'm saying? And that's what people don't seem to get. And people don't grasp that. But when you get to, you want to move from this hood, claiming this hood, then moving another hood, you want to claim that hood. No, man, that make you look. That's not a good look. That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. And and people try to justify that. Oh, I was a kid then. Well, I was a kid when I started gang banging in 1971. When I joined Front Hood, I was a kid. Gang banging is for kids. Grown men don't supposed to still be gang banging. Grown men supposed to be changing their life, trying to do something positive in their life, trying to show their kids what we used to do, it ain't cool to do. But it's a lot of grown men get on here and advocate this gang shit and their parents. Is that what you want your kids to be? Because watch this, if I had any biological kids, man, let me share something with you. I remember one time a female asked, she said, if I'd had a son by you did all this time, you'd have came home. Your son would have been a crip. What you'd have did? First of all, I'd have been mad at the motherfucker. But I wouldn't have been mad at her. You understand what I'm saying? See, can't nobody get mad at my mother and father because I ended up there from Front Hood. I ended up there from Front Hood because I wanted to be from Front Hood. I ain't come from no broken home. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to be a crip. When I started gang banging, everybody wanted to be a crip. It was like everybody wanted to have a big whip. Then you had the ones that lived on the opposite side of us, across the canal. They was West Sides, but Front Hoods and West Side shared an elementary school together. This is what else don't nobody seem to get about Front Hoods and West Side. We didn't share a park, but they played baseball in the park in Front Hood. We didn't share Pop Warner football, but the Pop Warner football was on the West Side at Centennial. But never once did you see any gang violence at these Pop Warner football games when I was coming up, nor at the park when we was playing Little League baseball. I also played Connie Mack baseball at Gonzalez Park. You understand what I'm saying? And I was gang banging at that time, but I knew when to go and when not to go, man. That's why my baseball career didn't last. I chose banging over playing ball. Once I got to high school, I'm like, man, fuck this baseball shit, man. This crippled nothing with me. You understand what I'm saying? One of the regrets I made because I could have probably played pro baseball. You understand what I'm saying? I was that motherfucking good. And that ain't putting 100 on it. That's telling the truth. You understand what I'm saying? But when you get off the porch, when you consider yourself coming off the porch, we all know, man, when you claim one hood, you don't supposed to end up claiming another. I got partners that lived in West Side Piru, and some of them end up being Crips. I got a little homeboy from West Side Piru. I've been knowing this little kid since he came out of his mama's womb. And when I came home and he was claiming West Side Piru, let me share this with you, man. I want y'all to understand. If Keyway was to pull up on my little homeboy in my hood and try to get on him because they know he's from West Side, you ain't disrespecting him, you disrespecting me. Because we ain't tripping on him, who give you the authority to trip on him? I'm just not gonna say his name, but people that know me know who I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? He was born and raised in Front Hood, but his roots is on the West Side too. So I commend, and he called me up. So I commend my nephew for having the heart and enough respect to not bring drama to where he was born and raised at. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand something, man. And there was times in my life, man, only reason I went on the West Side was going to high school and playing Pop Warner football. You understand what I'm saying? Then it got to the point, now I can go over there and parlay at people's house without having a problem. That's based on respect. You understand what I'm saying? That's based on respect. Hand peak, waving hand, purple, blue piece. Hey, man, it is what it is. If you switch sets back in the day, was you considered a mark? In certain people's eyes, watch this. They say AC used to be a Crip before he was a Piru. But watch this. I ain't finna be a damn fool and call AC a mark. Because watch this. He represented Piru better than he represented a Crip. So I'm gonna give him, it's always an exception to the rule, man. So AC is one I can use as an example. He kept it 100. He kept it 100. AC, watch this. AC wasn't one of them dudes that was afraid to go in another hood. You understand what I'm saying? You watch this, man. You got Crips and you got Bloods that'll move in another neighborhood. And the Damus will know this a Crip living over here, and the Crips will know this Damu family living over here. But it's all about how that individual conducting himself, and if he come with respect, he gonna get that respect he got coming. You understand what I'm saying? Hood hopping makes you look unstable and untrustworthy. Say it again, Byron Harris. And a lot of people don't get that. I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. I'm just calling a ball and strike a strike. But back in the day, yeah, we considered dudes like that marks. But it's an exception to the rule. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of dudes switch hoods because they didn't feel welcome where they grew up at. Hey, that part OG man Will said, well, hey man, being up in the house. I see baseball was a big thing out in Cali. All the LA podcasters say they good in baseball. They all play well. Watch this, man. Baseball was like the Snoop Football League. That's what we did. I played baseball at Dinkerport, Harborport, Alondraport, El Segundo Port. You understand what I'm saying? My father was my baseball coach. My big homie, the bully big brother, was my baseball coach, Joe James. I played the shit out of ball. Front Hood had a lot of talent. Every hood in Compton had a lot of talent. When it comes to Compton, I'm finna show you what type of dude I am. When it comes to Compton, I don't give a fuck what side they was from. If they made it to the pros, I represented them. See, watch this. I'm a Compton Crip, but I represent Compton City too. I represent Compton, California. I'm not gonna let nobody belittle Compton, California. You understand what I'm saying? Like King T said, where you from? I'm from the Boondocks of Compton, California. You understand what I'm saying? Lonnie Smith from the West, Ralph Nelson from the West Side, Paru side. And I represented what they was represented. They represented the hood, although Reggie Sugarman threw up the P. But when he threw up the P, everybody in the day room in Juvenile Hall was clapping out of Compton because we took that as a Compton thing, not a Paru thing. He represented the city. You see what I'm saying? Listen to what my homie Wolf saying. Like Smith grew up on Paru Street, but he used to come in front of him and my homie James Irvin and Denny Moe was partners. I got my first real starter jacket from Lonnie Smith for St. Louis Cardinal and wore it. And I wore it because my big homie Gabe used to see me play baseball. You understand what I'm saying? And he was an inspiration, not just to the people in West Side Paru, but to people all over Compton on West Side of Front Hood to show us that we can come up out of what we grew up in. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to get people to grasp. When you change, you should let somebody in you should want your community to see the change. And Reggie Smith grew up in Compton, Carver Port. You understand what I'm saying? Robert Townsend, Robin Cole, played for the Steelers, grew up in Compton. You understand what I'm saying? Dennis Mumba then bought a house in Mona Park on 119th. Lenny Ronald grew up on Paru Street. Compton had a lot of talent just like LA, but dudes misinterpreted. You understand what I'm saying? Every side got friends from each side, man. It wasn't, watch this, man. It wasn't nothing to see dudes that didn't claim Front Hood but lived in Front Hood to see them have a girl in front West Side Paru. It wasn't nothing to see a dude that lived in West Side Paru but didn't claim Paru to see them in Front Hood over a girl house. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody that live in these communities ain't from these communities. That's where they from. Will they support their homeboys they grew up with? Hell yeah. Greg Townsend grew up in Mona. You feel what I'm saying? And this I represent my city. I'm a Compton baby. I'm a Zadie's baby. But I represent and love what I represent. I'm not giving and I'm not taking. You just got these dudes that claim one hood and try to claim another. That's bustism. Is that not the same for prison gangs? You just want to come first. If you're down, homeboy from the streets getting into it with your prison, homeboy, whose side do you take? Let me share this with you, man. Because people get that confused too. Like, I was part of the Consolidated Crip organization. That didn't mean I wasn't from Front Hood. I was still from Front Hood. When somebody asked me where I was from, I told them I was from Compton Front Hood Crip. You already knew I was CCO. You understand what I'm saying? So when you be hearing dudes say they was up under some type of Crip organization that they turned against their hood, that's bullshit. They putting a 10 on the 2 and 100 on the 10. We ain't turned against our neighborhoods. We were still Crips. You understand what I'm saying? We were just part of a structure in prison. You understand what I'm saying? Tayshaun Prince grew up in Compton. Say it again, whoop. You understand what I'm saying? That's the difference of people getting caught up in something. When you say people got cut on when they go to prison, no, the person that's following the rules of that structure is the ones got cut on them because them the ones following the rules of the structure. If you ain't got cut on you, why you don't follow the rules of the structure? You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't part of something, why you following that rule? So I was against all rules in prison except the Crip rule. Because I was a part of Crip in prison. I wasn't a part of nothing else. I ain't care about nobody else. So I ain't care about Jama. I ain't care about Kumi. I ain't care about any of them. I ain't care about the ABs, any, none of that. I cared about the Crip law. Everybody else's law didn't mean nothing to me. I didn't follow their rules. I followed the Crip rule. So when you see dudes saying they was bloodline, you being blue, no CCOs, they didn't turn against their hood, man. They were just part of the structure. When you hear these other dudes trying to put a 10 on the 2, 100 on the 10, trying to be more than what they are, that's exactly what that is, man. I couldn't have said it no better. Now, I ain't taking nothing from nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you for clarifying. You always keep it 1,000. I tried to, man. I tried to. Compton's a $1 billion town for museum, sports, and movie addict. It's all up in big. And watch this. And now we got to start securing this. This is what I want people to understand. If the kids is our future, we got to protect our future. That means we got to make it better for the kids and protect the kids. Yet they say gang banging has came watered down. Gang banging ain't watered down because it's more violence now than it was in the 70s. It's more violence now than it was in the 80s or the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? So how's it watered down? No, the watered down come from us who just shouting we want peace, but ain't trying to be about having peace. That's where the watered down shit is coming from. We got to start wanting to have peace. We need to start bringing it to the forefront. I commend people like Skip Townsend that's willing to assist and aid people that try to get it better. All right, now, Big Bam, preach on me. I'm trying to, Mr. White. I'm trying to. Listen to me, man. Skip got a program, second call. Yet there's more Hispanics go to his programs than brothers. Yet a lot of brothers know how to reach out to Skip and say, man, I want to be a part of some type of apprentice program if I can get a job. Stop waiting on that pot to fall out the sky. Stop thinking at the end of the rainbow, man, it's a pot of gold. Because I done been to the end of the rainbow and kicked that kettle over and discovered wasn't nothing in the pot. Ain't no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You're in control of your destiny. And if don't nobody see you trying to do nothing for yourself, ain't nobody going to try to assist you or trying to help yourself. You got to want to help yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You got to crawl before you walk. A lot of people say, I ain't turning nothing down but my collar. Man, it's a whole lot of us turning down a whole lot of opportunities. And you ain't turning down just your collar, you're turning down opportunity. Golden opportunities don't come just once in a lifetime. They come every other day or every day. It's all about how you want it. They say water down because anyone can join. See, all right, I got you, story time. And that, watch this, man. And that's true too. But don't get it twisted. It was busters in my era too. Watch this. I remember I was in Bob Simmons' book on Compton Land. It was a dude, non-Deuce Bishop. Years later on, we in the penitentiary, ended up being a Crip. Me and him never kicked it though. I seen that, like, oh, you a Crip now? It was a dude from Bishops. I used to always see in juvenile hall. Me and him used to squabble. Years on down the line, he ended up being a Crip. I didn't take nothing from dude, but I didn't get dude what he didn't earn. You don't earn being called a G. First of all, you can't be no G from your hood if you used to claim another hood. That ain't no G status. And that OG status is earned. It ain't just given. What's up, OG man? Love what you're doing, homie. As we all need to hear these messages. You bless us with. Thank you, Ringwood moment. Watch this, man. I ain't trying to belittle nobody. You can't belittle nobody that belittle themselves. These just is my opinion, this from OG's perspective, because I'm all for blackness, man. I'm for my blackness. I love black people. I'm not in the business of stealing another brother's life based on the color of a bandana or the concrete he claiming that he don't own. Now, don't get it twisted. You can't walk in front of me disrespecting my hood. I'm going to respond like a young dude respond. Might respond a little raw. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not here for that. I'm a non-active gang member, man. I want the black community to be better than what it ever been. I wanted to go back to where it was when I wasn't gangbanging. People left their doors unlocked. Where it wasn't no drive-bys. Where you can play flag football in the middle of the streets. Even baseball and knock out some of our neighbors' windows, then get our butt whooped. I want to go back to when the street lights came on. Little kids had to be in the house, but if the streets were safe, they can hang out past the street. They can stay out an extra hour past the street when the street lights come on. That's how I wanted to be. I wanted to be like it used to be, where we protected our community. That's the only reason Crip and Blood came out. to protect our community. You get half of these dudes claiming Crip don't even know the real definition of what Crip is. And if they do, they lost focus and they trying to define their own definition of what Crip is. See, Crip to me is no longer what it used to be, continued revolution in progress. Crip to me means Christ restoring important people. And that's I represent that form of Cripping today. Christ has restored my life, man. My life is better than it ever been. I smile more. I learned how to love myself. Compton may have produced millionaires, but they have moved on. Not even the city is taking care of maintenance on the streets. Something is happening with that money. Say it again, Stan. Exactly. And we need to call the politicians on that. That fake used to be mayor we had. She, watch this, she was never against the police till they pulled her and her child and her husband over. Suddenly, she suddenly remembered that she was black. Before the bars was on the window. Say it again, story time before. Man, my mama didn't put bars on her house, man, till like 2010. Matter of fact, about 2008, I think she put bars on the house. And when I came home and seen that shit, I said, man, that's crazy as a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You got dudes who grew up in their neighborhoods, parents ain't never had bars on the house. Suddenly they're getting bars on the house. Want me to tell you why? Because the kids who was born in that hood or their daddies was born in that hood, they kids know each other. So they ain't got the homie relationship. They got a relationship like being family. But when you got dudes claiming your hood who ain't never was born and raised in your hood, them the ones who want to destroy the community because they don't live over there. Ask them, let's go where they mommy and daddy live and see what they gonna say. Oh man, I can't take y'all out there. I don't want y'all fucking up my street. Omar was a good mayor. He just got too full of himself in a real way. Omar, I believe Omar one of the best mayors Compton could have ever had. Wish he could have won when he went to try to get reelected. Because Omar knew how to give back. He knew how to make people contribute to the city. But hey, he forgot. They forgot. Omar got the feeling himself so tough, he brought that hood up out of it. And I went to school with Omar. When he was at Centennial, when I was in 10th, Omar was in 12th. Playing football at 10. Omar could have played pro football. Him and my homie Jeffrey Jones, Bobby Hodge, and Floyd Hodge. Nicky Curtin was the coach when I first got there. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to look at the things, the roles that we play in our community. We all owe it to our community because we played a role inside of destroying our community. Whether you want to believe it, just so dope. You played a role in fucking up your neighborhood. And when I say your neighborhood, I'm talking about the community. Compton as a whole, LA as a whole. That's what we don't get, man. People seem to never understand. Yeah, watch this. I ain't gonna say Omar was from West Side Peru, but he was born and raised over. I ain't never seen Omar with a red rag in his pocket. See, every dude I say that's a blood, I knew for a fact he was a blood. It ain't because he lived over there. It's because he had a red rag. When I say Ricky Duncan was a blood, he was a blood. He came to school with a red rag in his pocket. He said blood. I ain't gonna say Omar Bradley was doing that at Centennial. Omar Bradley played football. You understand what I'm saying? He wrote a book saying he the king of Compton. That was the title of the book. He grew up in West Side. You feel what I'm saying? Tell him again. Well, watch this, man. A lot of people get it twisted because you grew up in the neighborhood. That's automatically where you from. No, that automatically mean them your partners, them your homeboys. And you gonna support your homeboys. I don't care where they live at. Wherever you grew up at, you gonna support your homeboys. That don't mean you from that hood. You just guilty by association, man. You ain't wrong for speaking your piece. Those that don't get it, they catch up with it. I hear you, man. I hear you, Mr. Harris. Listen to him, man. I try to stay focused, man. My grandmama lived in Father's Broadway. Do that make me from Father's Broadway because I ran with Rainbow, or Snake resting in peace, or John Hunt them? John Hunt family is like my family. So did that make me from Father's Broadway? Nah. You understand what I'm saying? My homies on the bottoms that knew me as a kid, they knew I was a Compton Crip. But I never went with the gang banging mentality to them because I didn't look at my homies. They was players. You understand what I'm saying? I got homies like, watch this, man. My homie Eddie J is not from Front Hood. He was born and raised in Front Hood, but he got that Front Hood hustling. He got that Front Hood just code in him. But he wasn't a Centennial gang banging. He been a player all his life. You understand what I'm saying? And this is how people got to understand things, man. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody is associated with gangs in some form, shape, or fashion. But let the police tell it because you live over here, that's where you from. No, that ain't where you from. That's just where your mom and them bought a house at. You understand what I'm saying? I know dudes, man, that live in the neighborhood, don't even hang in their neighborhood. They hang somewhere else based on their association with people over there. are based on a girl. You understand what I'm saying? But when it come to claiming the hood, you don't supposed to go claim another hood. You understand what I'm saying? You can't watch this, man. If you find something wrong with the first gang you claiming, ain't you gonna find the same thing wrong with the second hood you claiming? If you see disloyalty in one gang, it ain't no disloyalty in the other gang. Come on, man. Let's make it make sense. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot justify hood hopping. Either you from that or you from that. Then once you stop being from one hood and you try to claim another hood, that OG shit is gone. You are not no OG from nothing. You might not even earn that title. Because don't nobody look at dudes that set hop as a role model in gang activity. See, it's role models in every form of life, man. It's role models that dudes that's trying to be a bomb. Well, I want to be a better bomb than him. It's role models and everything. I'm guilty by association. They're my homie, but I don't bang. But I most definitely knew my lane. Stan, thank you, Stan. You knew exactly what I was saying. Even in the penitentiary, man, let me share this with you. Even in prison. And the police didn't call them, they called them sympathizers. Based on what hood, what gang you ran with in 10, because you didn't have them affiliations, but this is who you want to be associated with. You was a sympathizer, which is gang association. What gang you associate with? What dudes you prefer not to? When I first went to the pen, man, it was rare to see up north dude in the cell with a Crip. Because a lot of people didn't like Crips. They ain't like us. Then times start changing. They were fucking, man, I can sell it with him here, black men. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what people don't get either. You hear these dudes saying, I got partners from here. You can't have a partner. How can I say Stanley and Red Eye Rick and dudes like Ricky Duncan, Knob, and Yellow Ice and them and LB and them is my friends, and I'm disrespecting Piru. I'm talking about Piru in the derogatory manner. I'm throwing derogatory slugs at them. No, that means I don't respect my friendship with the dudes I say I got friends with. So when you see these dudes say, oh, man, I'm cool with Woo from Hoover, and they turn around and say Hoover in the derogatory term, they don't respect their friendship. If they respecting their friendship, they gonna respect what he represent. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what people don't get. Seem like they want to say anything to help somebody else get some subscribers and to chase that dollar. Stop prostituting yourself out for the almighty dollar. Don't sell your soul just to be a clown. Comedian days is, if you're trying to be a comedian, man, go to the comedy club. Laughing, whatever the fuck the name of that shit, go to that shit. Stop belittling yourself by exploiting yourself and exploiting another brother because you chasing a dollar. Stop prostituting yourself out. Learn how to keep it 100. Next thing you know, they from 5 different sets. You call that one right? Top of the day to you big OFX. Man, listen to me, man. I'm just a dude that's gonna call the ball, strike. I ain't trying to belittle nobody. You can't belittle nobody that's doing a fine job of belittling himself. You can have an opinion on his belittling of himself, but you can't belittle somebody that's doing a fine job of belittling himself. Prime example, look at some of the dudes we see. You understand what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing dudes say, this dude a rat, this dude a rat. If you ain't got nothing to do about that dude being a rat, stop putting snitch jackets on people. And if you know you told on somebody, get your ass off YouTube for people to stop talking about you. If you won't be on YouTube, you won't be talked about. So if you know you done snitched on somebody, get your ass off YouTube. Bow down and climb back under the rock, man. Go back to your space. Well, wasn't nobody in your space. Go back to the lane you was in. But when you get on this social media and people put these jackets on you and you know they true and you stand on YouTube, people gonna always have an opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, if you don't want nobody talking about you, and these jackets come out on you and they come out to be true, stop coming on YouTube. Simple as that. If you know a secret's out on you, hey, check this out, man. Don't come on here. They got people that watch this, man, just to find out things about people. So if you know a smut on you, I advise you not to be on here. In the game circle, the civilian circle, whatever circle you in, if it's some form of smut on you, don't get on here. And I ain't talking about the trolls putting out shit on you. You understand what I'm saying? Damn near every dude that's getting a snitch jacket put out on them. To a certain degree, they admitted to it to themselves. And they still come on here. Then they get mad because people got an opinion on it. But you don't want to allow yourself to let people have an opinion on you because you stand on YouTube. Grew up in the Crip hood in the early 70s. People still, what's happening? Young blood. Said young blood back in the day, man, when a brother said young blood to you, that meant young brother. That was his term of endearment for being a black man. You understand what I'm saying? And people don't get that. People don't get that. When Crippin' Blood came out, it came out to check out the community. Yeah, we did ourselves a disgrace and started fucking up our community. We lost the vision of the bigger picture. We started killing each other. Gangs is here to stay, but it's always room for change. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with making amends. Redeem yourself. Ratification is something else. Rectify your mistakes, man. Make amends with your brother. Why we got to always say pull up on each other? We ain't got to always say pull up. You getting dudes on here now talking about, man, we can solve our problem by telling them to take phase. Who told you that's solving the problem? You can't say you're a leader if people don't want to follow you. You're doing yourself a disfavor on the street. Politics will prevail. Say it again, Stan. Say it again. David Neal, what's up, man? I seen your brother about 2 weeks ago. You understand what I'm saying? I seen your brother about 2 weeks ago. But listen to me, man. Like Stan said, you can't say you're a leader if people don't follow. But for every great leader, he was a good follower. People want to want tougher than you are. I live on the outskirts in Boston. I enjoy how you be spreading positive vibes. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man. I'm on the movement of Black power empowerment, and I ain't on the movement of creating problems in the Black community. I've been a part of that. I know what it feels like to see mothers lose their sons. So my mother lost her son, her baby. So I know what it feels like when people in your family look at your homeboys fucked up because they blame the neighborhood for losing their child. See, I know how that feel when your family want to look at your own homies like, if my son or a brother or nephew didn't run with you, he can still be living. No, gangbanging is a choice. Ain't nobody forced to be a gang member, man. Ain't nobody forced to be a gang member. So I don't believe in the myth what the white man said, we all come from broken homes. No, we all came from broken communities, and guess who broke the community? We broke it. Now we don't want to fix it. Now we don't want to come together as once and fix what we broke. We waiting on somebody else to come in our community and fix what the fuck we broke. Don't nobody want to be a part of no positive change. Everybody want to be a part of negative shit. Let's stop wasting our time on negative shit and start spending all our energy on creating something positive. We can have peace if we bring it to it. You understand? Once we broke it. Say it again, real well, mama. This is what I'm trying to get people out this, man. I don't care. I always say this. Bam got tired of being a crucial slam in the black body. That's all I was. I ain't never went in the white community did nothing to white people. I ain't never went in the Hispanic community did nothing to them. I always did it in the black community to my own people. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the gang interventions. Some of us for real with it. I can name a few of them that's for real with it, but some is just lining their pockets up. Hey, man, I just want the community to be better than it ever been. I felt safe as a kid. I don't know about y'all. Those at 62 and 63, I felt safe when I was coming up as a kid, man. It didn't become outrageous to me till I got out the pen in my early 20s. And I said, God damn. And it got raw and raw. Each year became more wilder. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we need to check on what we doing instead of trying to check somebody. Let's look in the mirror and check our motherfucking selves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all part of the problem. And if we all part of the problem, why the fuck we don't know the solution to our problems? Why is we so afraid of speaking the truth, saying, man, the solution of the problem is us getting ourselves together? We can't wait on somebody to get us together. We got to get ourselves together. We need to take a good look in the mirror, man. We're the cause of the problem. And we're the cause of the problem. We're the solution to the problem because we already know what the problem is. It's us. We got to learn how to love and respect each other. We don't love and respect each other enough. We want to belittle each other at the cost of somebody else's dollar. We want to exploit each other at the cost of somebody else's dollar. That don't mean no means, don't have none of our well-beings and interests. We're exploiting ourselves. Then we get mad at somebody that's trying to exploit us. In the past, some gang members wanted to live through you and told you not to bang in the 70s. Now they're taking anyone for numbers. Say it again, man. Say it again, Stan. OG, I'm from 47, from Chicago. My early childhood was safe to be outside. Say it again, man. Now, do you think it's safe for the kids to hang outside today? I don't think it is, and guess why? Because we all played a role in that. We all played a role in that, and ain't nobody getting it. Ain't nobody getting it. I'm telling you, man, when we come up with these solutions, why is people not wanting to be a part of the solution? But when you come up with a problem and you shout problems and chaos about people, they're getting a whole lot of subscribers and views. But when it comes to a solution saying, let's come together as one, don't nobody want to do it. They want to point fingers. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, man, the white man playing this. No, point the finger at the man in the mirror, brother. White man ain't doing no more than us that we allowing him to do. The Hispanic ain't doing no more than us that we allow him to do. It shouldn't be no options no more. Hey, man, we tired of y'all doing it because we tired of doing it to our motherfucking self, and we finna cease this bullshit. It's about us if we want it better. Fuck what somebody else might want. We got to want it better. We got to say enough is enough, and we're tired of being tired. It's for us to come together as one, man. Other than that, we ain't gonna never come together as one. We waiting on the white men to put us all together. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. We got to want to put ourselves together, man. So don't sit up and tell me Crips and Bloods can't get along. Because every Crip that get money is getting it with a Damu. Every Damu that's really getting money, he got a Crip friend. They sharing ideas. They changing straight bags together. They chasing that bag together. They can put that blue and red rag down. Yeah, they go in the hood like, hey, what's up, cousin? Woo, woo, woo. But they chasing that money. They common interest is no longer you from here, I'm from there, man. We getting money together. Hell no, it's not safe because there are cats. My still trying to live a lie through our baby. Say it again, man. Say it again. Now, how can you say you my homeboy if I'm not living? And I left a 4-year-old son. Now he's 13 and 14. You want my son to join the hood? You ain't my motherfucking homeboy. You never loved me or respected me. Now, a lot of us was in the pen when some of our little homies died and their sons was grown when we came home. It's still your responsibility. If they claim their sons end up claiming the hood, it's still your responsibility to teach him not to make the mistakes you made. I don't want to see none of my little homies going to the pen. The ones that did, they got the message. They got the message already. I don't want to go back, but I can't walk away from what I represent. I ain't telling you to walk away from nothing except prison and death. And sometimes we don't get the opportunity to walk away from death. You understand what I'm saying? We got to make it do what it do, man. What bang would want their child to be a banger, knowing there's no future? And say it again, man. If your hood is like trash, everyone else will. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, man, you can't talk about somebody else's side of the street if your side of the street ain't clean itself. Always remember that. We must do better. As Black folks, we got to do better. It's a must that we do better. And peace is essential in the Black community as well as the brown. So when we get these dudes on here shouting, trying to glorify that banging shit, don't you notice the only people glorifying bangers is the ones with smut on them? Everybody else that feel they validated in their banging is advocating peace. You had Snoop Badass Brick Baby said, yeah, brothers only talk about each other. You don't hear nobody attacking white boys and Mexican shit. Man, I'm attack anybody. I'm the gatekeeper blackness on this joint. I'm the gatekeeper of cryptism. Damu is, I'm gonna protect what's black. I'm gonna defend what's black. I wake up black, I go to sleep black, so I'm gonna defend that. You understand what I'm saying? But when you playing a role in the chaos, don't point a finger at somebody that you, because you don't do it, don't think somebody else gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? See, it's the ones that put smut on the ones on YouTube saying, on my hood, on the dead homies. Stop disrespecting your dead homies. Stop disrespecting your hood. Don't call somebody's house dirty if yours spilled. Say it again, what? You feel me? OG, you speaking on the large issue now, my brother. When we lost the sense of community, we lost the way of helping our folks. Say it again, man. Real talk, real talk. I love being black. I love being black. I represent blackness. I represent cryptism, but in a positive way. When I say I represent front hood, it's about my blackness, the front hood blackness in me. You understand what I'm saying? We all got to find our itch. If you think killing another brother is your itch, you're a goddamn fool. You crazy as I thought I was. Because I found out killing another brother ain't cool. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you kill another brother, the white man is killing two birds with one stone. Catch your ass and give you life after you kill somebody. So you're killing two brothers with one stone. We got to wake up and smell the coffee. We got to look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is black. It's all about black unity, black love, man. Stand up and be proud black men, proud black. It's on grown men to protect their community. The kids is our future, and we got to protect our future. Those is the kids. Let's make our community safer for these kids. Wasn't it safe when you was a kid? Wasn't it safe when you was a kid? Come on, man. Let's make it do what it do. Ain't nobody told you they love you today. OG Bam love you, man. Support the channel. Hit that like and subscribe. Share the content with your friends. Hit the like and subscribe. And on that note, Bam gonna shut it down and do what it do, man. Y'all have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. I might be going live again. Got some business to handle today. Let me get to handling my business. Peace. Love y'all.